Hello, I'm Simon Stevens. I'm the playwright who's written the play The Curious Incident of the Dog in the Nighttime. It's a play which you'll probably know, having clicked on this link. Thank you very much for clicking on the link, by the way. Is based on the novel by the very brilliant Mark Haddon. It's a novel I first read in 2003, and I met Mark a few years later and he asked me to adapt it for the stage. It was a moment that genuinely changed my life, actually, and there's a lot about the process of adaptation that I wanted to talk to you about, even briefly. Theatre for me is the most important art form. I'm sure it may be for you as well if you're clicking on this in the first place. I think it's the most human of our art forms. It's the one which is most human in its creation and most human in its reception. And, you know, as a teacher myself, I taught in Dagenham in Essex for 2 years and continue to teach now. And as the parent of 3 kids, 2 teenagers and an 8-year-old, I'm very, very aware that we're living in a culture which dislocates people from one another. You know, I myself, let alone my children, find it harder and harder to just have a conversation, to sit next to strangers and look in the same direction, to watch something happening live on stage in front of us. And I think it's a remarkable experience that increasingly only happens in the theatre, the one space where we're forced to turn our phones off. The Curious Incident is the story of a teenager, and I've often written about teenagers. When I was working as a teacher, I was inspired by their honesty and their wit and their capacity for the extraordinary, and I hope I've captured something of that in the adaptation. It's a play as well, it's a play about a teacher. There's a character called Siobhan who in the novel of The Curious Incident is quite a peripheral character, but she becomes the beating heart of the play. You know, she's Christopher's guardian angel during the play. And I really wanted to not only write something that my kids could go and see, because I think that it's important, not only write something that could take them into the theatre and create an experience which was uniquely theatrical, working with Marianne Elliott, the greatest director in Britain, in my opinion, working with the brilliant Frantic Assembly, whose work as a drama teacher you'll probably know very, very well. The opportunity to work with them was extraordinary. But also telling a story about the potential that we have to learn from one another and to teach one another, and to making a teacher the hero of the story. That really appealed to me. I really hope you come and see it. I really hope you enjoy it. Thank you.